Naija, where are we going? Where? Facebook, oh, they no go buy us. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? How una dey? Welcome, everybody. So, new restrictions are emerging for Nigeria. Somebody say people never still come online. Dial quest. No worry, they go gather for your papa burial. The only problem be say, ẹran òkété pẹ̀lú ẹ̀kọ, òkété meat and ẹ̀kọ. Now you go use take entertain people for your papa burial. Lori buruku, smell low. How many of your papa mates you see here? Eh? Say as human being be like, waiting they use roaster soon. Buki Sonya, how are you doing? He dead already. You are joining him to rapture. When you are useless, you collect rapture. So I want us to talk about this, yeah. And I'm not going to waste too much of your time. I'm just going to go straight to the point. Sometimes we Nigerians are the architects of our misfortunes. And it's not the government. Yes, the government has its own part. But the rush to leave Nigeria at all costs, is what is dragging our nation into this. Nobody's telling you not to Japa. Nobody's telling you not to Japa. Nigeria is not in a state where you want to be right now. But it is better for you to stay in Nigeria than for you to Japa with fake papers. Than for you to lie and Japa. I say this all the time. The amount of people whose lives have become miserable because of Japa. A lot of people took the right. You see, I say this all the time. You are fresh out of uni, you go abroad and do your masters. It's a perfect time to Japa. You have a young family, you're just starting off. But you see, I know someone who divorced her husband and went to marry somebody else for papers. As in, how desperate can we really be? Just like say me and my wife want to relocate. Now my wife go first go. Then as my wife reach there, she go come divorce me, come marry another man to get papers. As in, they actually have to do a divorce because you can't be in a marriage. You have to show that you are divorced. So you go and you divorce your husband. We will no quarrel, nothing do you. And then you go and marry somebody else. Because you want to relocate. If it makes sense to you, you are a fool. If it makes sense to you, what God has put together, Japa has put asunder. This is not that you travel, you quarrel. They're not quarrel. The marriage we don't day for Naija. They don't marry themselves together. Born pikin. The wife go abroad. That the wife first get papers. And the wife first get visa. No be papers, so no be visa, papers to work. As she took head there, she divorced her husband for Naija. The two of them plan them. So they are divorced. Then the wife now married somebody else. They've stayed married for 8 years or 5 years before the husband fit come. Someone said, you are talking like this because you are doing well. Even if I was not doing well, unless I don't love the woman. Some people are saying, so what? Imagine how, and you are Christians. Early in the morning, people will be sharing prayer requests. God can never answer your prayers. People are like animals. How did you descend into this cesspit? You think this is normal? This is normal? Someone say, must you quarrel for you to divorce? So you high chief, as you big rich, with all the gray hair where they your blockers, you think this is okay? Malu, yeah. Remove that high chief. In fact, keep the high. Remove the chief. Put high thief. In fact, high olori buruku. Now tozo full your whole brain. It's not normal. If you think it is normal, your moral compass has bent. You are sick. For you to think it is normal, you are sick. I might say, I'm selfish. As in, imagine. And you are a Christian. Because I want to travel now, I will divorce my wife. I will divorce my wife. Go abroad and do fake marriage with somebody else. Or my wife will divorce me and go and do fake marriage with somebody else because of paper. Let's talk. Let's stop thinking like he-goats. Let's stop thinking like Asu. Let's stop thinking like Tozo. It's not okay. Poverty can make people do the unthinkable. As you are divorcing your wife because of paper, just start worshiping stone and stick. God will never forgive you for that. What kind of nonsense is that? I was talking to one of my friends that went through this. She has a set of twins. One girl and one boy. 2 children. She left with them when they were babies. Those children have not seen their father in 7 years. Those are the only kids she had. Went to school, dated the husband. The husband was in the choir. She was singing in the choir. The husband was choir master. They met inside choir. She traveled on top this, got to America, and the only way she could bring her husband was to divorce him. She divorced the husband. Husband where you meet for church, husband where you marry for church, you can't divorce him. No be say the husband can't join you immediately. Una they live together, but una divorce. You understand? Una marry other people, but una they live together, una they code with those other people. You dey Naija, your wife don't divorce you, marry another person for America. They arrange your paper 7 years, you never come. I asked the wife one day, I said, this 7 years, you know, say me, no question where I know if you ask you. Taste was they follow me quarrel this thing every day. I say, me, I they ask question, how do you think I can furnish my brain with the things I come and teach you? I came to ask the wife, I said, do you sleep with other men in America? And she said, that it's not like she sleeps with other men, but once in a while, body no be firewood. You are a Christian. You're married in the church. You divorced your husband to travel. You are now sleeping with other men. And you think you can pray in front of God. May God not tear you and your mama slap. Now, there's the last one I've heard. This one happened to another friend of mine. She done the hustle, done the hustle, done the hustle, done the hustle. It remained 1 year to get her papers. The man where she married to Oyinbo, we get big belly. The Oyinbo done the nurse and the conducting. Last minute, the Oyinbo say, if she not knock him, he not go. This is the one final stage that he has to say he's not doing again. This guy begin beg this guy. The guy say, lie, say she's his lawful wedded wife. And he want to bench. She call her husband for Nigeria, say, wetin may she do? The husband begin cry for phone. I say, Olori Buruku meji. Olori Buruku. They want bench your wife, if they Nigeria, they cry. As in, you did Nigeria, they cry. They want bench your wife. They don't tell you, say, nothing go happen. They go bench your wife. The guy say, if she not agree, make it bench him, you not go marry him. Finish. Daddy Freeze, I need a pay. No go better for you and the pay where you want to collect rapture. Olori Buruku. They tell you say they share money here. God go punish your mama. She cry. Go collect like dog. The guy write what he want do to Ram. Say, and if she not do, he not go sign that paper. Say he want like dog. He want like Bolaji, aka Uncle BJ. And he want make she join them on Friday, make she come out on Monday. The girl cry, they go there. The husband in Nigeria, they cry. Mumu. Why do you think other countries will respect you? Do you realize that if you plan your life where you can Japa properly, which one is marrying to Japa? I understand when a mechanic that is rolling under downfall to feed his family is going through this. Imagine somebody of my stature. I get wife for this Nigeria. I get children. My children, they go school to the glory of God. I live in my own house. I drive cars. I wear diamonds. For me to now Japa, go now divorce my wife, marry another person. God fit come out Cain, flog me. Forget say send person sickness. God go come with Cain, begin flog you. The problem is not the act. The problem is even thinking that it's okay. Imagine. Imagine. You have to marry before you can get papers. And for you to marry, you have to divorce somebody that you swore. Kilo day, kilo day, kilo day. How do you expect them to respect you? I understand a single guy going abroad and marrying a woman for papers. I understand a single girl going abroad and marrying a man for papers. I understand somebody joining the army for papers. But a married woman with 2 children going to sleep with another man, while her husband is in Nigeria, just so he can have papers to come. For the last 8 years, the husband still not fit come from Naija. The husband in Naija. They are inside the marriage. How many men can wait 1 year make they not knock another woman? How many men can wait 1 year make they don't knock another woman? So the wife they abroad, they collect. The husband in Nigeria, they collect. Meanwhile, they are married. If you think that is okay, you are a lunatic. They should section you under the Mental Health Act. You need to be sectioned if you think this is okay. Kilo day, what is the problem? I understand that you will end up getting a better life. Yes. Now, let me now tell you the worst one. This particular couple I was talking about, the husband was working in is working in a bank, and the wife was working in a bank, and they were okay in the bank in Nigeria. Yes, maybe they will not have all the millions they want. Yes, maybe their children will not be able to go to those mad schools that they want their children to go to, but they will eat and drink. The problem with Nigerians is we don't know how to shed load. We don't know how to shed load. Somebody say the husband still inside with them pretending to be her brother. Imagine that. I don't hear that kind of one before. That the wife go marry Oyinbo, come bring her real husband inside the house. The wife bring her husband saying her brother. Inside where the man and the wife they live with the Oyinbo, the husband they like a brother. The Oyinbo man give the wife belle. She come born half caste. Abi mulatto, come born like my color. And that's normal. Imagine me and my wife, we dey live just because we won't collect paper. We dey inside house with Oyinbo. For night, they'll come carry my wife go up. Me, I'll come dey my room dey. Esther Murray said happened in Italy. So how do you think that these people don't know? Do you think these people are totally daft that they have no idea what you people think that you are just the sharpest tools in the toolkit? Say this thing where they do, nobody know. That marriage can never be the same because of what? Wife go dey knack oyinbo. Husband go dey do soapy. Now so the oyinbo give the wife belle. The oyinbo sharpshooter. Give the wife belle. My sister, how are you doing?
I'm fine, sir. How are you?
I'm good.
This is your story today, eh?
No, somebody has to. You see,
it has to be addressed, honestly.
If everybody went to the embassy and collected visas like they needed to, we will not be dealing with the kind of problems we are dealing with.
Absolutely. They have called it on themselves. I tell you, I know some certain cases, and if I have to tell you some things.
Talk to me.
The cases you have heard of are minimal cases here. Let me give you an example of a case I'm aware of right now. I met that person back in 2021, right? The day I met her, she looked so depressed. Everything looked so scattered for her. I said, what's going on? Then she started telling me her story about whoever she married to give her paper was abusing her. I said, what do you mean by abusing?
ABUSC, just say ABUSC.
Oh, sorry. Yes, ABUSC. I said, what do you mean? Is it, with hand or something? She said, yes. I said, but you have a right to go and report it. She was scared to go and report. I said, well, I don't associate myself with people that cannot stand for their rights. So anyway, I left it alone. All of a sudden, about 2 weeks ago, she came and asked me to write a witness statement for her. I said, okay, about what? I said, tell me exactly what happened. When she opened her mouth and tell me the things that she put on her application, I had to insult her. I said, how can you? Are you not a married woman? Where you coming from? You are married to a medical doctor, and you came here to stoop so low. The thing she was telling me, I said, okay, what did you put on your statement? She said that she went as far as saying that the person used to do her by the back. Arm her by the back. Until she ended up in hospital, I said, shame on you, my dear sister.
So she said that about her husband or about the guy she's with?
The person was doing paper with, and that person has left her. So now she's trying to get it through another way, through VAWA, and putting all these things, saying that the person used to do her by the back. I said, but how are you not a married woman? Why would you go this route? Why wouldn't you have patience? It's a lot.
So the guy actually used to do it, or she's just claiming that he did it?
Yes. Yes, she admitted to me that he used to do it. I said, I'm ashamed of you.
A married woman married to a medical doctor.
Married woman married to a medical doctor with 3 children. That's why I tell you, I have not heard any story yet. You have not. I really cried. I said, why? Why did you take yourself? Do you know there are other roads you could have gone as a professional? There are so many roads you should have gone.
What country is this woman from?
From your country.
Where she was living in Nigeria. Do they have any kids?
They have 3 kids. She came here with 3 kids. She has a whole family.
And then they give her from backyard.
From back door, and she agreed. I said, what make you go? Oh, she loved him. I said, love, and you have a husband back home?
Oh, to fall in love.
I said, no, I can't even associate myself with you anymore. I'm sorry. You fall in love. You went as far as doing something that is illegal. You end up falling in love. Now the person left her high and low. After all of this, though, after she has done all of this foolishness, he has left her high and low. I told you, you have not heard any stories here. Unfortunately, the
Ha!
It's sad. It is sad. So they call
Naija,
what is going on right now. They have called it on themselves. It is sad. I told people I came to this country, I waited 15 years in line. I did not violate myself. I did not drop down. God provided me a way to get my paper when it was right. Why can't you have patience? Why can't you have patience? Why go marry somebody if you know you are not in a relationship with that person? And that's what they are doing. It's fraud.
Wow. Wow.
The cases are a lot. It's a lot, and it has to be addressed. They brought it on themselves. All of what is going on, they brought it on themselves. Trust me. And I can't be mad because the people need to protect their system. I know of another one. She came with her 3 kids and her husband. Before you know it, I hear she divorced the husband and she married to somebody else just to do paper. At the end of the day, they went for an interview. When they went for interview, they pulled them aside, right? And then they asked the man, how is it in the bed? He said, she don't allow me to ask her. You have not heard any stories yet. It's sad. I could understand if somebody is a single person, they came and they do what they have to do. But you're a married person, marriage is a sanctity between God.
So I want to ask you, even as a single person, is that not prostitution?
It is wrong. It is wrong. It is wrong.
How do we reconcile this? How does this begin to be okay?
I don't know. Especially people who call themselves Christians, people who wake up and pray 3-4 times a day.
And share prayer link.
And share prayer link. What God cannot do does not exist. This one did. This one, I'm praying to this one, but yet you will defile your body. Your body is supposed to be the temple of the Lord.
Hello.
Hello, sister.
Hello, everyone. Daddy, please, I don't even know this topic. I just joined.
Is it that you know it?
No, seriously. No, I'm serious. I just joined. I checked before if you came online. You were not online. So I went about my business. I don't even know half of the story.
The things people do for papers. On your camera, let's see your beautiful face.
David, I'm not well dressed.
Doesn't matter. On your camera. We're all family here.
You know that I respect you. That's why I came to tell you that I don't know the story, so I can go back to the comment section and listen well to the story. I'll come back.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I'll come back when I know the story.
Oh yeah, come back. Mom with cape, on your camera. What's going on?
I'm not properly dressed.
Then wear cloth, wear shirt, tie towel.
Let me just quickly say what I have to say. Because I just joined your life. What was the question, DF?
The things people do for papers. How women divorce their husbands.
People do a lot too.
Tell me.
And they go through a lot through the process. It's DFA. That's what I'll just say. It's a lot. And my prayer is that may God just help everyone, because when you come to think about it, you've left everything back home. You left your comfort zone to come over here. So it's a war zone. That's what I'll just say. It's a war zone, if you ask me. But if your zone is comfort, why are you leaving and going to a comfort zone, to a war zone? I agree with you.
I'm telling you.
For someone like me that has been over a decade, But the thing is, some people, they were doing very well back home. I think I was doing relatively okay too. But when I left was before even Buhari even came, But people do horrible things, People, there's Japa inside Japa. Dear. There's Japa inside Japa. You know what I mean? The Japa inside Japa is when you see man run away from his family. Woman run away from her husband, follow another person. So inside this Japa, there's Japa inside Japa. But you know, who are we to judge anyone? But
You are not judging, but it's better you caution people because there are different ways. There are different ways to do things. And there are ways to gain citizenship without doing certain things people are doing.
See, what I have learned personally is this: in this journey, the heart of man is truly wicked. Shebi, we always say back home in Nigeria that people are wicked. When you go to overseas, then you know that people are truly wicked. People are truly evil. That is when you will know the kind of husband you're married to or the kind of wife you're married to. People are not showing their true color in Nigeria. When you see couples in love back home, let them enter war zone. What do I call war zone? Japa is the real war zone. Then you will now know who truly is in love with each other. Because the rate at the selfishness, self-centeredness, DF, it's alarming. I'm a victim. I've shared my story here before.
Share it again, but let's see your face,
no,
please.
DF, I'm not sharing nothing anymore. You know what I went through last time? You know what I went through last time after sharing, But I just wanted to acknowledge your invite. That's why I came on board today. But what I have to say in a nutshell is there is Japa inside Japa. And what is the Japa inside Japa? When men run away from their families to go with a citizen. When women run away from their families to go with a citizen. So Japa inside Japa is the real deal.
Yes.
Is the real deal. But the acts of selfishness over here and greed, when people come into this country, it's alarming.
It's alarming. They can do anything.
I know it's as if the person you knew back home who was so prayerful, you feel like, which kind devil entered this man? Which kind devil entered this woman? It is crazy, DF, and it is also very sad. It is also very sad. You know, but you need to know, do you know how many women that they probably don't even want to sleep with this man before their interviews, but they're forced to do it. They're forced to do it because at the end of the day, you find the
But
person
if you're married to
mercy.
somebody that's your husband, when you married to somebody, they have a right to ask to speak with you.
Yes.
But my sister, you know now, say the marriage is not gay marriage.
No. It is wrong. It is wrong. I don't support it. I will never do it.
But for me, personally, that's the reason why I left Yankee. Because I wasn't ready for any man to mess with me. After my experience with my ex-husband, that's why I jackpot. I jackpot for inside Japa. That was what made me leave Yankee. You know, and I thank God that I made the right decision. And
where are you now?
Just the perfect. Thank God. I'm in the country next to Yankee.
Oh.
You know,
Canada.
And I'm doing that. That's the best decision I ever made. I left, and I thank God I left when I left. You know, because I did not want anybody to mess me up again after my ex-husband jackpot on me.
Exactly.
So I was a victim of the jackpot inside Japa.
You're supposed to have some kind of moral standard. But I don't know. It's a mess.
So dear, that's
really
it.
A mess.
DF, let me leave you with the life. I'm sorry I'm not showing my face.
I'm not happy with you that you are not showing your face because I actually wanted you.
Sorry.
All right, my sister. Bye.
Okay, bye.
It's so annoying, man. It's so annoying.
My marriage has lost its sanctity among these people.
All right, we have somebody that just joined us now. They showed their face and ran. And
yet they're doing this.
show your face, ma. Wale Baba kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀? As in all countries, don't they put restriction on us?
Baba, it's okay. I mean, why visit a country and stay for more than 90 days? It's okay. It's the right thing to do for, if we're going to speak for American people here, it's the right thing to do. But waiting, they make me laugh now. The auntie when they talk about Japa inside Japa. I know she must have been through a lot. But, you see, Well, some time ago, I said, as of 2018, I told people, I said, if anybody's going to leave Nigeria and come abroad at that time of the year, they must have solid plans. They must really have something going on. Daddy Freeze, my friend I was with yesterday, he just moved down here. That the one that I was talking about you. He
Yes.
just moved down here barely a year ago with his kids. He lost his wife, but he started a process that did not materialize until last year. And what's his reasons? He wants better education, he wants that standard, and eventually dual citizenship for his, family and himself. So I think that's a good reason. That's enough reason, and he goes with his own sacrifices too, because it's like a rebirth. But you must understand that if we're just gonna wait, preliminary investigations and inquiries to go to a school in London, and I picked USA over London. Despite that, I prefer the environment in Europe and UK, but because of the endless opportunities, it was during my time that they were doing a post-study visa that is 1 year, provided you have a job. But I look at the environment regarding the Nigerian people out there, it wasn't encouraging enough, because most times the women got jobs, they are nurses, the husband don't have nothing. The husbands are doing the, what you call that one, school runs in the morning. I mean, we do it here too, but on the condition that you want to, help one another. Now, let's talk about the Japa in its entirety. Husband leaving wife. I mean, it doesn't work that way. People will know that they have plans. I will not say some things on, a show like this, and they will commence it. Then somebody will start throwing tantrum or start changing the pattern. But this man or woman is already committed to it. They have signed dotted lines. And now you are, coming up with different, things other than the initial plan. They want to wait. At least they marshal out what they started. Otherwise, it's going to even be a bigger problem down the line. So we must be able to tell ourselves the honest truth. People marry people for paper, yes. It's not the right thing to do. Even if it's found out, they can cancel whatever level of immigration status you got, even up to citizenship, if marriage is obtained by fraudulent means. But if they're not born you for America, how else you want to take? There are many other ways to get papers. There are the EB2 visas, there are the J visas and all that stuff. In fact, there are settlers visas. There are people with company. If you report a certain amount of income to IRS around a year, down the line, it would only take a longer time for you to become a citizen than somebody who is, married to an American. So all these things put together, people must know where they are going, what they intend to do, and must be physically and mentally ready for it. You can say it's going to take a journey. I think it was you who asked me the other time how long it took me to be a citizen. It took me 7 years. But it wasn't 7 years per 7 years. I was the one who wasn't really bothered about doing the ceremony of swearing because I used green card for about 7 years. So, we must not, the thing they okay for people who get the mind for it. For people who think they're not easy peasy or walk in the park, it's going to become very challenging. As soon as the whole thing starts. And again, dealing with African Americans or even white people or people from this part of the world, you must study them, know them, before you begin to, like I said the other day, you don't tell an African American person, I will see what to do to it, or you commit to, exchanging $20 with them, and you don't come through. You are asking for trouble already. You may not be trusted again. Maybe the minute you need them, they will turn their back at you. So it's a whole bunch of, the dynamics to it. But I know people who just say it's hard, it's this, it's that. No, it's not. You follow it through, follow their process. I was telling some lady this morning that this country taught me patience on how to follow processes. Because you can't try to jump corners or try to want to fast track nothing. No. There are tons of people that there is, there's something we call the processing time. You go wait like every other person go wait. So if you think that it will happen, and while you're doing that, you must put your stuff straight. If you are, if you don't say now who you be this, that they change anyhow. If it changes, you are asking to provide, you deliberately won't provide more information to support the new thing you are claiming. So all these things, people don't even know it. From the jump, from like the day you want to go collect visa, you must understand your own story and how you go sit down and how you go play it all through, depending on what you want or depending on what you're about to do. So in between, Japa is good, depending on who is doing it. And the ones that they talk say hard, well, I understand, but you probably didn't, follow the right thing or the right track.
My dear sister who just joined us, who is rolling, talk. Tell us your own side. These people will just come and lock. See person name Z World. If I begin shake way for them now, it go be like say I did wicked. You're just coming to. Do you know how frustrating and annoying this thing is? We're having a conversation, you're not contributing. Someone say marriage is quicker. Why do you need to get there? So where are you rushing to? Especially as a married woman, where are you rushing to?
Yeah, let me say this again. Do you know that someone will go to this country about the same time? Just, the plan is for me, it was, okay, let me live here for 10 years, do all I got to do, get, everything that I think I need, to set me up for the next stage in life. But of course, the plans of children and all that may probably not be part of it. And now, you know that. That person was asking me, oh, so if we leave, what is going to happen? I said, wherever you are, as long as you're still carrying an American passport, you pay taxes. I said, yes, so. Now, see, they do not even have this sufficient information before starting the process. Because nobody say you be America for free for life. Whether they born you here, you crawl, come here, you grow for 3-4 years, you carry their passport, you're supposed to pay taxes back to IRS every fiscal year. So the thing, if you don't enter, whether you want to change your mind halfway, now just know what you are in for. I mean, of course, there are ways to, make, what do you call these things? Take, good, make good use of, the deductibles and all those variables on taxes. But the point is, having a solid information on what you're about to do is quite important. It's even more important than that thing that you want to do.
Wow. 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 Let me invite one more person and then we call it a day. Everybody's afraid to talk because many of them now, all this RNG they take go. They take do. Thank you so much, my sister.
The sensitivity of the thing, say myself, the old mouth, they talk. I know if you don't want to cast the system for the next set of people. But
let me ask you a question. Maybe if we cast the system and people have to sit down at home and fix their country, is even better than going to do this stupidity. As far as I'm concerned, it's stupidity. You go and do papers and the guy wants to sleep with you and the guy is going to sleep with you. So you and Olosho, what's the difference?
So I said something earlier. Why concentrate on the marriage? Why do they concentrate on the marriage? There are many ways other than marriage. Marriage is about the quickest in terms of the way to fast track processes. But if you want to hold family together, coming out here, that's not an option. But let me even tell you something, DF. Coming from Nigeria or Africa to America precisely, there's no guarantee for your marriage. Because even if you don't do arrangements, people go there exposed. New self-realization will step in. The men, maybe say for instance, they just do their small curriculum for Nigeria. Once they see
some big, clean chicks. That marriage go begin to shake small. And now the environment itself, you won't live that desired life. Now you have to really pay for it. One person may not be able to take care of it in its entirety except you don't do balance. And there's no way you are going to come into the country and be balanced immediately. So if you want to do Japa, just like, I wouldn't want to say people shouldn't. It's a desire. But the people way get the opportunity to carry dual citizenship. Somebody made a sacrifice for them, right? It's just the truth. If you have somebody, like, for instance, you got that passport, Baba, now you see somebody don't lay the foundation for you. I'm sure Doc would think about how many years, the time of studying the language and all those struggles he went through. That's laying something
But he got a scholarship. He didn't have to marry anybody. You understand? There are so many routes. There are so many routes. There's somebody in Free Nation Church that just got a scholarship to go to study in Hungary. We raise money for his ticket. He doesn't have to marry anybody.
Absolutely.
This marrying thing is nonsense. If nobody tell you, me, I go tell you. Nah, nonsense. Unless you are very young.
They know they read, they know they study, they know one drive. Waiting everybody. The story where Uncle Kunle will come back from America 5 years ago, when he talk now in the next thing. They don't try to research. They don't do that. It's typical of our people. And at the end of the day, the so-called supposed marriage said, he care how you go follow them through. By the time they do, they go. Follow them according to the processes, the whole thing go spoil for road. Now you go begin to complain, say America tough, America. Tough. Now you just know some people are catching.
Now just get sense. On your camera, ma. Maria.
Hi, Daddy.
Turn on your camera. I want to see you.
No, I'll be back.
No, don't go. Turn on your camera. Which one is I'll be back?
Baba, Maria and AI, she don't turn that camera. Even on that page, she doesn't have a picture of herself. But she's a real human.
I know. I've chatted with her before. So I know she's real. Billing, baby. Go ahead, my darling.
Good evening.
Good evening, Belinda.
This topic is for people that are not in Nigeria now.
No, but you are in Nigeria, and I know at a point in time, you will have considered leaving. Even I considered leaving, unless I want to lie. There's been a point in my life where I thought about wanting to leave. But my question is... Yes. So what is your take?
And then if it's honestly, I don't think at any point in my life I've considered leaving, so I'm not the best person.
Oh, okay. But if you ever had to leave, let us talk about how far you would have gone. Can you marry for you ain't no one leave normally? You don't go even think of marrying for papers.
Like I said, I'm not the best person for this conversation. Let me drop so that other people can share their opinion. I don't know that
this is lawyer Belinda, right?
Yes, your fellow, your learned colleague.
That's right. Are you married?
Not at the moment.
Not anymore. She was before.
Oh, you were married.
Where was I married before? Did you see my wedding picture?
I know your spiritual husband. Your spiritual husband is my friend.
So, if let's say some eligible man comes, and this is not about anything, it's just personal feelings. You are into each other and gets to marriage, and the person you.
I don't know.
Network don't have.
If it has to do with love, I think for a lady, she'll take that. If you find somebody you love and the person is not in the country, come on.
You can't speak for me. For now, I don't know.
Absolutely. I don't think I
No, of course, I can't speak for you, but I'm just like, you understand what I'm saying? Really love the person. Sometimes we do a lot of things for love, even what we intend not to ever do. You understand what I'm saying?
I mean, I asked that because I was, trying to see where our mind is on whether it's a possibility or not. But the truth is, see that hard Japa. Now, for people with no plans, no nothing, no arrangement, sometimes there are people who come out here that have families that are settled. They help them really settle well.
Check the group, just real quick.
They have an arrangement and all those things for them, and as time goes by, it's the
you're
journey that will take others perhaps another 2-3 years.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, sorry, that's what I wanted to see.
It all depends. It's never like a thing about. Sometimes it's hard. Yes, I understand because people have to do menial jobs. People have to, in trying to make ends meet. Men like Dr. Ness said the other day, a man comes here and throws away all that man ego and all that stuff. It's not really easy, but sometimes it's not too hard anyway. If you've been for some time, especially up there, early maybe adult age. So it depends. Some people like it, some people don't want it. But for me, it's important. I think it's important for me to at least carry another passport other than. And if I would do it, I wouldn't do it from any way. I would do it from like the greatest country, which is USA, and which today that is a story. But it has its own. Somebody once told me that David's bad father lived in this country and had his own time going through all that processes. I said, well, that's the foundation laid down for his kids today. But how many people will come to say the story of how things were right or how good they were? Tinubu lived in this country.
Please, money is not the only yardstick for success.
I'm not saying money here.
No. If you sit down and say, they all sacrifice for their children. She woman, we get husband, we knack imbo so that she go fit get papers, so that she go fit raise her children for America. She that woman fit preach giving children.
Yes.
Do you understand me, Belinda?
Yes.
Okay, so Daddy Freeze.
Yes.
Good evening.
You can't make it make sense because it doesn't, bruv.
Okay, so Daddy Freeze. First, I'm still looking forward. You asked me some questions, but I don't want to answer those questions now. So it doesn't look like I'm drifting off the topic, but I really look forward to you getting me back on when you're discussing the issue on the politics with Sheyilo, and you asked me some questions.
And we are not. That one is not. We don't move. Go another place. I'm about to round off. So let's deal with the issue at hand.
Okay. So on this issue, I would say the real challenge there is coming the right way. That's the problem. So if you do it the right way, yesterday what happened was when I got home, I was talking to my wife and I'm like, they reduced the visiting visa, the period of time they give for visiting in the US. And my wife was like, Canada did the same. And I'm like, are you serious? So she just brought her phone and showed me. I'm like, are you kidding? And she was like, they stopped all those long years. Now, the long and short is this. I don't really see that to affect people that really want to Japa in the real sense of it. Now, the truth is, Japaing has its own advantage. If I start mentioning it, it's going to take us almost forever. You understand?
Can you mention some?
Okay, so let me give you an example. So I came here to school 22 years ago. That's a long time. Like, nobody's talking about traveling. So I came here for my master's here in Canada. Then when I was done, I went back to Nigeria. I didn't go on time. I stayed for a while, then went back to Nigeria. I stayed in Nigeria for some years and had my kids in Nigeria, and they grew up in Nigeria at a considerable age before I came. The good thing is this. One of my wife's friends, the kids, they all attend same school with my kids. This lady they are in the, for she to afford the school my kids were going in Nigeria. So she was definitely doing well to have been able to go to that school. I don't want to give them some cheap publicity yet. But the lady had a problem. She was having this pain, health-wise. She was having this serious pain to the best hospitals. And they were just treating other things. You know what happened? That lady died.
Right.
Not doing the right diagnosis to know what was going on with her. All right. Okay. All right. So can you hear me? So to cut the long story short is this: that same lady, my wife, when we saw, same thing that happened to that lady 3 years down the line happened to my wife. She was having this exact pain that lady was having, and it just came up for sudden, and I was like, okay, I didn't even know. So at night, she woke me up and was like, she's having that pain. And I'm like, what's going on? To cut the long story short, I asked her, okay, I said, what's wrong with you? She said, I'm feeling pain. I called 911, and I put her on the phone. When I put her on the phone, my wife, the 911 was asking at the rate of 1 to 10, how's the pain? My wife said 9. Immediately my wife said 9. In less than 12 seconds, the ambulance came and took her to the hospital. To cut the long story short, my wife was diagnosed with gallbladder, and they did a surgery on her the next day. All of that, they did a surgery for her the next day, and everything that was the end to that problem. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Okay, so you're saying that, okay. Go on.
So there are a lot of things. Then with the schools, compare, my kids were going to the top class schools in Nigeria, compared what I was paying millions for just a thing. But here, they are going to school free, $0 or whatever you want to say. So those are the basic things. The truth is, I'm at work, so I just wanted to come in, check this in, but really looking forward to Daddy Freeze, and hopefully those periods I'll be having my offs, so I should be able to treat those cases. But the truth, you cannot compare. My wife would have been, I'm just telling you, me and you, my wife would have been dead if we were in Nigeria. My wife would have fine.
I know. Of course. But still, that does not justify. Take care, brother. That does not justify the prostitution some people engage in because of papers.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm telling you? I've got a sister here. You can justify going abroad on the study route and building something out of it. You can justify going abroad on the work route. You understand? You go abroad on the highly skilled migration route. Makes sense. But that you go abroad and you marry person, then the person will come they sleep with you. Meanwhile, you get husband for Nigeria. It can never make sense. Any day it makes sense to me. Stop listening to any of my messages. It means I've lost my moral my moral ground, and I've joined you inside this foolishness.
Okay, DF. Another angle to it. Somebody who's not,
you'll be amazed that even if you're a mechanic, if you put your if you see, the problem is, they say when cockroach don't mature, when it don't get small hair for him blockers, you go begin they look for female cockroach. Cockroach no they look for rat. Cockroach no fit mature begin they look for cow where you want marry, or you go look for cockroach like You understand what I'm telling you? The problem is Nigerians coagulate with people like them. You go abroad, your family member that went abroad, now this marriage where they bench sham, husband in Nigeria, they bench sham for them, now she take travel. You'll be amazed that even as plumber, mechanic, bricklayer, he gets the kind visa where you feel use go normal. But the problem is you are surrounding yourself with people like you and complaining about Tinubu. You don't realize that this thing is fraud, whether you like it or not. You are blaming Tinubu today. But the way you enter that America, your mother did prostitution so you can enter that America. You have no moral right to criticize your leaders. Because you are born out of the corruption that your leaders carry on their head. Belinda, am I wrong? I'm not wrong.
You're spot on moral grounds. Yeah.
So if as long as there's an option, if there were no option in this world and there's a space of war and then the end justifies the means, you'll be amazed that there are options. But the problem is we are too ignorant and we surround ourselves with ignorant people like us.
Yeah.
They prefer to pay. You see, just the way Nigerians outsource Bible. Hey, pastor, read it for me and tell me what's inside. That's the same way they will hire one fool to come and apply for them. Look at the guy that was crying on my life the other day. He went abroad, did not know that they had for him to go to that abroad, they married him to somebody. Now, when he reached abroad, he won't fight for a wife. Then he tell her, say, he don't marry already.
Yes. The Nigerian problem with that.
So, you see, there are ways. But my problem is either we are too lazy or too ignorant. How can you be praying to God with one mouth, divorce your husband back home, and be sucking Bolaji of another, what is it called? Oyinbo man, put on for your mouth. Say if you not do him, he not go sign paper for you. And you think it's normal. And that's how you are carrying your children there. Come on, you are an embarrassment to womanhood. You are an embarrassment to Nigeria. You are an embarrassment to those children. They should throw you into the evil forest when you buy. They don't need bury you.
Calm down.
That's all. Maybe what Belinda was asking the gentleman that went away. I don't know how, maybe he couldn't process the question. All right. So he was talking about benefits of.
There's nothing wrong. Listen, you want to Japa, ask questions. Go and read.
And do it right.
Do it right. Even if you hustle to that Japa, even if that Japa where you hustle to, now still hard work, you go hard. As long as it's not crime.
Starting from the beginning.
Do you understand? If you're a young woman, you can still even do this thing and marry and okay, or a young man. But say you don't marry, you get husband, you get children for Nigeria. And the worst is you even have a job. It's just that you are greedy. That job cannot make you a billionaire. And this billion, they hungry you. It's like Belinda now. Make Belinda tell me, say, she won't go marry to go America. Belinda, we at least we feed herself, wear clothes, travel. That one is greed.
Okay. Oga Wabi, I didn't hear you.
No, I want to end. I want to go to bed. I'm coming back later.
Right.
Oga Wale, we are coming back to talk. I get it. If you see the letters where I get on top, my papa, my husband still won't bench me. They don't. 2 a.m. go hot. Make una join us and make una no cover face. Off ure. Stop covering your face. Good night, everybody. Believe, baby. God bless you.
Belinda, hopefully you are awake and you
Belinda know they sleep. She know just they like come that time.
Okay, no problem.